Welcome to Inspiring You. If we haven't met, I'm Henry. So, the new moon in Gemini is gracing us with its presence on Thursday, June 6th. This celestial event shines a spotlight on relationships, love, and gratitude. It's a time to reflect deeply on where your support comes from. Are your relationships balanced, fulfilling, and supportive, or is there room for improvement? Consider setting intentions to bring more harmony into your life, focusing on your connections with others, yourself, and even your spiritual path. Make a commitment to clear, truthful communication and be ready to act on these truths when necessary. And my friends, use this new moon to cultivate a more balanced and loving presence in your life. So, with this new moon, we are beginning the new cycle that will carry us into the solstice. So much of this has already, I don't know if you've noticed energetically, so much has already shifted recently. New possibilities are opening and aligning. Are you feeling it, my friends? I tell you, this first week of June, I have felt like I have shifted into those bliss codes that we talked about last month. And it is just, I'm feeling so energized. But how are you feeling? Check in to see how you're feeling, see if any of the energies from last month are still calling to be integrated. If so, set the intention during a meditation that the energies are integrated with ease and grace and harmony for your highest good as soon as possible. And then let this energy around this new moon welcome a wave of light and healing into our lives to empower ourselves to be ready to receive and step into the beautiful new energies and opportunities now emerging for us. So the timing is perfect now to dive inward, recalibrate, open to love, healing, and light, and embrace the incredible opportunities appearing and unfolding in our lives. So let yourself relax, allow yourself to receive, and open to the waves of love and healing energy. Prepare for a fresh start with the Gemini new moon as the cosmos nudges us to dive into matters of the heart. Venus, our divine guide for love and relationships, intertwines with the energies of the new moon, joined by Juno, the asteroid goddess of marriage. The blend of Venus, Juno, and the moon creates a dynamic synergy, amplifying our sense of romance and sparking our creative flair. And this energy encourages us to embrace compassion and a deeper empathetic understanding towards ourselves and others. So, as you navigate this new moon, you might find that your relationships or your personal views and experiences with love are coming to the forefront. So, love, my friends, in this human experience at times can be complicated or complex. And so that's why we want to bring in more loving kindness and compassion. And also remember that each person may define it uniquely with our own ways of feelings and expressing it. And also, sometimes there can be wounds tied to it. There could be trapped emotions. There could be heart walls that were created from trapped emotions. So, but yet, love really connects us all, driving creativity in much of what we do. Love is a powerful force, it gives life its meaning, its worth. We all crave love. It is part of who we are. So, with the Gemini new moon, your understanding of love may begin to evolve. Your perspective might shift towards a more thoughtful and insightful viewpoint. With the energy of Gemini, our minds are primed for deep contemplation. This open mindedness and curiosity can lead us to a profound understanding of love and its deeper meaning. This introspective journey might strengthen our current relationships or invite new people into our lives as we become more open and receptive. If you're facing challenges in a relationship, the new moon in Gemini brings the promise of resolution and offers deeper insights that can help us move forward. So it's all about balancing the heart and the mind with the Gemini new moon. The powerful Gemini energy during this new moon can sometimes leave us feeling mentally overwhelmed or overly analytical. However, if you really let yourself complement this mental energy with the heart energy, really bringing in the ability to shift from your head to your heart. This allows us to feel our way through life challenges. Also, use energy healing to transform and transmute any trapped emotions and reharmonize and rebalance the systems. So, This period encourages us to strengthen the connection between our hearts and minds, bringing these two aspects into harmonious alignment. So let yourself work on these important parts of yourself, collaborating effectively in harmony. So as the June 6th new moon unfolds, honor both your heart and your mind, allowing them to partner together. Take the time to balance these forces thoughtfully. You might find it essential to use your powers of discernment to recognize if you're leaning too heavily on either your mind or getting caught, in other aspects of your story, and just bringing a balance with shifting from your head to your heart and bringing your heart into balance in with your other bodies, specifically your mental body. Remember, balance is the key. Achieving harmony can lead to a greater wisdom, understanding, and openness, especially in the matters of the heart. And setting intentions under this Gemini new moon, each new moon presents a beneficial opportunity to set new intentions and focus on what we aim to manifest. When the new moon resides in Gemini, intentions concerning love and relationships get an extra energetic lift. So take a moment to contemplate your desires and, if you can, write them down. And if you are in my Patreon, Inspiring You Patreon, and you are in the Reiki box or in the Meditate with Me at all access levels, please send your intentions so that we can Reiki them and they can be placed in the Reiki box. So, with that, though, take some time to journal and write your intentions, my friends. Interestingly enough, also, Gemini new moon arrives around the halfway point of the year. So, if this year hasn't quite met your expectations, this new moon offers the chance for a fresh start. Set your intentions, clearly communicate your needs to the universe. Have faith that everything is aligning and will align perfectly in divine timing. And then here are some journal questions that can maybe help you reflect on and fully embrace the energy of Gemini new moon. So, for communication, how can I improve my communication skills? Am I being clear and honest in my interactions? Information, what new knowledge or skills do I want to inquire? Do I want to acquire? Am I making use of the information I receive daily? It's interesting because oftentimes when I'm working with clients, they may have information or but they're not quite actualizing it into the physical reality. And that kind of goes with if you're intellectualizing, staying in the mental body where you have all this information, but you're not allowing yourself to process and actualize it. So that's where self-realization comes in, self-actualization comes in, where are you utilizing the data and the information you have and putting it into the inspiring action of actualization? We are in a physical world. So, are you letting the physicality of the information becoming actualized? So, let yourself make use of the information you receive daily, however that will look for you. Maybe you'll need some time to process and be in rest time with it. Maybe there's some inspiring action that goes along with it. And then the next journal question is about connection. How do I connect with myself and those around me? And then, are there any relationships that need more attention? And it could be your relationship with yourself as well. The next journal question is about versatility. How can I be more flexible and adaptable in my daily life? What areas require more agility? And then the next one is curiosity. What topics have sparked my curiosity recently? How can I explore these interests further? So take some time to consider these questions because they can lead to greater self awareness and can help you harness the dynamic energy of Gemini new moon. The Gemini new moon is not just a time for new beginning, it is a powerful moment for communication and intellectual exploration. With Mercury ruling Gemini, you'll likely feel a surge of curiosity and a desire to learn and exchange ideas. This lunation is an invitation to embrace flexibility and adaptability, qualities that Gemini embodies. So, my friends, consider the new moon's aspect also to other planets. So, this particular Gemini new moon forms is connecting also in with Jupiter and Aries, infusing your initiatives with a dose of optimism and courage. So you might also feel driven to expand your horizons or take a bold step towards new adventure. So Jupiter's influence can bring growth opportunities, making it an excellent time to again to set intentions related to learning, travel, and personal development. Also, with this, reflect on any hidden fears or control issues that might be holding you back and consider how you can leverage Pluto's transformative energy to release them. So there's 5 planets that are playing into the mix as well here. So let yourself utilize the cosmic energies to support you. And also with this, incorporating Venus harmonious trine to Saturn can lend a practical and stable approach to your new moon aspirations. Venus in Cancer encourages us to nurturing and valuing relationships, while Saturn in Pisces provides the discipline needed to turn your dreams into tangible outcomes. So the planetary alignment supports grounding any kind of Gemini, eerie ideas, if you will, into real world plans that benefit you and your loved ones. So let yourself utilize the cosmic energies to support yourself in however they look for you and how it is unfolding. That is just some of the examples of how it can look. And so, with it, the new moon in Gemini also really is emphasizing that need to learn, understand, and make sense of life and ourselves through our mind and intellect. And but with that intellect, making sure you're shifting from your head to your heart. So you're really in balance, connecting into that heart, and then in balance with the rest of the body. So that mental body's not taking over. Also, this event is really the Kickstarter of a lunar cycle focused on nurturing our curiosity, giving ourselves permissions to ask, giving, giving ourselves permission to ask questions, exchange ideas with others, and explore new learning avenues. And y'all, I'm just gonna put this out there as is. I am not gonna re-record it because yeah, I'm feeling really in joy. And even though I just stumbled over some words, I just feel like I'm in such joy and it's authentic. And here it is, friends. Here it is. Um, oh my goodness. So much joy. All right, friends. With that, be mindful during this lunar cycle of tendency to intellectualize our emotions as a way to avoid feeling them. See, that's the other thing too. So shifting into your heart, really like I'm in such a joyful experience. Years before, I would have probably been overthinking and analyzing and intellectualizing, like, oh my goodness, I just stumbled. I should just press stop immediately and re record. It's not perfect. And now I'm just totally in the joy of like, this is the process of humaning, y'all. This is the process. And, sometimes when I'm doing recordings, it is like smooth. And other times, something like this happens and then I realize like, oh yeah, before I would have totally been intellectualizing this in my head about it and I would have like stopped because it's not perfect. And now I'm just in my heart and I feel so much joy and I'm so excited to share with everybody. And yeah, it's just really amazing to kind of understand how much you've grown too. And I just feel, there are many times when I was just so getting caught in that monkey mind and just overthinking. And I can't tell you how many times I worked with different teachers, shamans, and different intuitive energy teachers that, we would be working on. I'd be learning how to do different energy modalities, and one of the things that we would talk about is how sometimes I would be in my head, getting caught in my head, and my crown chakra, my head would be really heavy because of all the thoughts, and just really learning how to shift from your head to your heart. And even though I had, since I was a child, I was able to tap into different psychic abilities. I still had to really learn, in my early 20s, how to really shift from my head to my heart and not let the mental body take over. And then eventually, into my 30s, um, you know, from 20s, 30s, really learning meditation to support myself. And then from there, eventually in my path down the road, I started really diving into mindfulness. And one of the reasons why I started into mindfulness meditation was because to help me with that monkey mind. Because even though I was able to do different aspects of energy work, just in my day-to-day humaning, sometimes I was getting caught too much in the thought process. And so I meditated and asked for, support, and I was guided to mindfulness meditation at some point later down my road to support myself. And I have to tell you, learning that style of meditation really helped me. And now I have different styles of meditation that really support me, and I just bring out the tools, when I feel guided or when I feel called to. And it's just really helped me on my path. But for you, tune in to see what helps you. And so even though I'm sharing this information, and we're talking about this information, this data essentially, you have to see how it resonates for you, and then how it looks for you, and then what tools support you. And the way in is that open door of curiosity. Curiosity really opens the door. So, and then with it, letting yourself, when you have noticed that you've shifted, where in the past you might have done X, Y, and Z, and now you've evolved and you've grown, give yourself a moment to give gratitude and notice that. And so that's what I feel like, I just did on this, is I just was like, oh, I'm in gratitude, I'm in joy that I have just been a witness to myself evolving and growing in this process. And because humaning can be incredible, amazing, but complicated and challenging at times. And so we always want to recognize, when we've shifted, and bringing that gratitude and that harmony, because that joy, like the joy that I feel right now of like, wow, I can remember all these times and these moments where I was really stuck in my head, and now I just have so much joy to have been able to, not give up, and to continue using the tools to learn how to really shift and understand it. Because I got to tell you, I still remember when my first intuitive energy healing teachers would say to me, like, you're in your head, and yet you have so much abilities. You have profound, like, psychic abilities, but you're really caught in your head. And that, in that duality, which is, Gemini duality too. That duality was really interesting. And now I get the consciousness of what that teacher had said, and as well as all my other teachers were saying. I understand. And I also understand now how to use the tools. So it's that learning, that curiosity, the not giving up, the willing to be willing, rolling up your sleeves. And, and if you're getting frustrated with the process, take a moment to rest and pause, go do something else, come back, go try a new different, modality or tool. One size doesn't always fit all. So, I have done a lot of different things. So just let yourself try different things. And with all of this, my friends, you know, this new moon in Gemini is emphasizing our need to learn, understand, make sense of life and ourselves through our mind, our intellect, but really connecting into that heart space, shifting in that heart and doing it from the heart space, and balancing in the other bodies with it. And then really being in that open curiosity, giving ourselves permission to ask questions, exchange ideas with others, explore new learning avenues, be mindful that this lunar cycle is a tendency also to intellectualize our emotions as a way to avoid feeling them. So if you find yourself intellectualizing your emotions, take a moment, let go of the story, let go of intellectualize them, and feel if it's beneficial in that moment to let yourself feel them, or work with a practitioner or a therapist, to support you in processing them and learning how to be re-embodied. Also, this, be mindful not to become distracted with numerous hobbies, interests, activities that can serve as a way to avoid, as an avoidance mechanism that could steer us further away from our core, despite our intentions being otherwise. So, in these times, it's really beneficial to ensure that we take moments to feel the emotional impact of our experiences rather than just trying to rationalize them. Sometimes there's no need to understand. What we truly need is to feel, to shift our attention from the mind to the heart, and to remember that many answers we seek can only be found when we quiet the thinking mind and look within ourselves, my friends. And so, with that, my friends, have a beautiful new moon in Gemini. And if you're interested in a new moon in Gemini Reiki meditation, you can head to the next episode. And y'all, I just feel so much joy and gratitude. And I'm just going to have a moment to be with all of you, to be enjoying gratitude that, wow, we live in a profound experience of being here. So I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me. So before we go, we want to de-link. So say this after me if this resonates with you. I asked to break the links with this podcast episode. I asked to break the links with this video. I asked to break the Reiki links, leaving only harmony and balance at either ends. I also asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask the light, Reiki, fill the void cells, rejuvenating, refreshing, revitalizing for my highest good with ease and grace. And so it is. May peace be with all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you're interested in new moon and Gemini Reiki meditation, head to the next episode. Much love, my friends.